There's been some research done that families who eat dinner together actually are able to pass on their values more. So if you want to pass on your values, eat dinner together. Well, what should you talk about when you eat dinner together? Well, that's up to you. Just talk, just be together, have fun, discuss the day, discuss principles, discuss something fun, laugh. Just be together and eat dinner together. Now, the key here is to do it without devices. In other words, it doesn't count if you're eating dinner with the TV on, or if one of you has a phone. Put your phones in the other room, put your iPads, all devices away so you can focus and look into the eyes of your children and be present with them as you eat dinner. Talk together, be there without any electronic device. Now, there was some research done out of Emory University. I believe it had to do with Sarah and Marshall Duke. They found that when kids have challenges, if they know more about their family, they do better. In other words, some of the best things you can talk about to help your kids do better, to be more resilient, is to talk about things in your family that were hard, that people overcame, including your own. It could be a story about your grandfather, your grandmother, or something that happened, how they made it through, World War II, or how they overcame the Great Depression, how they were able to make it through hard times. Tell them stories. When they have these stories, when they know stories about their family, their family traditions, they do better. Now, also, one of the key things is to have family traditions, and the hokier, the better, is what they said. If you have a family tradition that's kind of odd, that's kind of weird for your family, that's great because in fact, it's more likely to be passed on the hokier it is. So have something you do that's kind of odd to you. And at dinner, talk about one of the things. You could talk about anything. Just have a good time. That's the main thing. Love your kids. But one of the things you might consider also talking about is stories about their ancestors. Stories about their parents, stories about grandparents or great-grandparents or great-great-grandparents, or maybe historical figures that they're related to, and talk about the challenges they have and how they overcame them. Let them know that people in their past, in their ancestry, did hard things and overcame them. Find out what those stories are and talk about it. Just doing that makes it more likely that you'll have confident, awesome kids who know, because they know that they come from a family who does hard things, that they're going to be okay when hard things hit. So again, one of the things we're trying to instill in our children is this idea that hard things, no big deal. I do hard things. We want them to have that level of confidence. Hard things are not a problem. Problems are not a problem. We can handle them. So there's an attached worksheet. I want you, if you're having a hard time thinking, well, what am I going to talk to my kids about? You can write down some questions about things. School, or tell me how things are going in your math class. Or write down some questions. The other thing is I want you to write 1 or 2 stories, ancestors that you know of, with your children, hopefully things overcame hard things. Stories so that they can have those in their mind, that root, and it also makes it more likely to feel that sense of belonging in your family. Know and understand your history. Learn your history and share it with your kids. Do it at dinner time. And if you need a little time to prep, use the worksheet today to do it. You can do this, do the work, you've got this.